You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the one thing I got to give Shedeur Sanders credit for is he saw the power of his marketing potential and created this legendary brand. Look, right, wrong, or indifferent, however people feel about it, he's got a huge following. I can tell you right now, I don't make videos on people that people don't want to watch. I'm just not going to do it. I've said there's some parallels between the Caitlin Clark phenomenon and the Shedeur Sanders phenomenon. No doubt about it. Now, Caitlin is at the top of her game and at the top of the league, and Shedeur is still trying to even become a starting quarterback at this point. And I've said I'm rooting for the kid, especially against Deshaun Watson. But there's one thing for sure. This kid is unbelievably popular. I mean, we're lying. And why people are making this a political issue, I don't know. Because President Trump himself was a vocal and avid Shedeur Sanders supporter when he was dropping in the draft. But you've got Shedeur fans taking a political victory lap? I don't understand that. And then let's get to an update on the actual quarterback battle, because it's looking more and more like, and I will continue to say this, you don't have this many media members coming out and all saying the same thing. They have heard this Deshaun Watson thing directly from the Browns. All these media members, Browns local media, national media, they're carrying water for the franchise. And you guys know I am not rooting for Deshaun Watson in this, but that's what's happening. This is impressive. Shedeur Sanders banked a record $17.7 million in NFLPA group licensing income. Cleveland Browns quarterback slide from an expected high first-round pick in the 2025 draft to the 144th slot in the fifth round deprived him of a guaranteed contract and mega payday, leaving him with a slotted average annual salary of $1.005 million. But now the heavily hyped son of Deion Sanders is laughing all the way to the bank. He has earned a record-shattering $17.7 million in group licensing income over the course of the season, according to the NFL Players Association annual report filed with the Department of Labor. The prior record was Tom Brady's. Wow. At $9.5 million, he almost doubled it up. Wow. That's crazy. Sanders is listed under the name of the Limited Liability Corporation, SS2 Legendary, which is also his Instagram handle. By comparison, in the 2024-2025 season, J.J. McCarthy led all players with $4 million raised through his LLC, Newberry Raised. That's nuts. That J.J. McCarthy was the guy the year before. J.J. McCarthy. All right. Group license. I would have never said that. Okay. Group licensing encompasses deals that include 6 or more players, the most typical of which are jerseys, trading cards, video games, and other collectibles. In addition to royalties, NFLPA figures also include player marketing income from appearances and hospitality promotions. Group licensing does not include individual deals Sanders has with Gatorade, Delta Airlines, Beats by Dre, and Ralph Lauren. Taking into account his personal endorsements, Sanders likely pulled in well north of $20 million. Wow. An incredible sum for a rookie fifth-round pick. The Browns did not respond to a request Wow. So that's pretty wild. Little reaction to that. Oh boy, not bad for a dog shit quarterback. Yikes! All that to re-up with another number, bro, is genius. Not a coincidence. The NFL did him nasty in the draft and had zero to do with the liability on the field, and was confused and disoriented in a wild mess on the field. Amazing. God, he's getting murdered. This is the difference between him and Watson. Shedeur made that money because he's popular, but that idiot sports media are pushing Watson, who's hugely unpopular, and fleeced Cleveland with poor play to over $200 million. Again, guys, I'm telling you, the media's not making that up. The media just didn't create the Deshaun Watson. It's better for the media to have Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback. Y'all do realize that, right? Seriously, it would be better. I mean, it would be better. If that figure is accurate, it's less about football performance economics and more about personal brand leverage at an elite level. Oh, he's got the marketing thing down. I wanted to make sure I addressed this comment. MAGA's foaming at the mouth at this. They hate to see black people succeed, especially one that's been hating on since day one. What does politics have to do with this? What does politics have to do with this? Let me read this. What is wrong with the NFL owners? Are they stupid? Deion Sanders was a great football player and was greater in the NFL. He was also a very good coach, streetwise and smart. Therefore, Shedeur, his quarterback son, has phenomenal genes and is all set for greatness. He should be picked immediately by a team that wants to win. Good luck, Shedeur, and say hello to your wonderful father, Donald J. Trump. I don't get it. I mean, what? I don't get it. I know people accuse me of that, of hating on this kid. Look, if he performs badly on the field, I'm going to call him out on it. But it's not personal. It's not. You know? Again, I said I'm rooting for the kid, especially against Deshaun effing Watson. Might as well be Randy Watson from Sexual Chocolate. Randy Watson. Wasn't that his name in Coming to America? Sexual Chocolate. I don't know. Deshaun Watson is pulling ahead in the race for the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback job. While Shedeur Sanders is pushing for reps, ESPN analyst Jeremy Fowler reports that Watson's veteran experience gives him a clear edge as June decisions loom. Fowler shared his take on May 29th, that was yesterday, and it appears the veteran quarterback is taking the lead. Quote, the Browns have not made any sort of firm determination yet, but they like Watson's experience. That's the kind of shit that's put out there by the media that's telling you, hey, we've made a decision. We're just trying to make sure everybody already understands that. Browns insider Mary Kay Cabot, oh boy, here we go, on the Orange and Brown Talk podcast on why it seems Sanders is the Browns' second choice. It seems like the quarterback chart has unofficially already been set. You can see it in certain drills, like individual drills. Deshaun goes first, Shedeur goes second, Gabriel goes third, Taylor goes fourth. That seems to be the unofficial depth chart right now. And that's correct. If you look at how everything's been going, Watson is getting the majority of the reps. You know, he threw 6 touchdowns the other day, and I was like, oh, shit. That's not good. I mean, if you're rooting for Shedeur, it's not good. Again, I mean, I can think, guys, not only would I rather see Shedeur start, Put Dylan Gabriel out there over Deshaun Watson. I mean, seriously, put Taylor Green out there. Can somebody get Cody Kessler back in the building? Anybody. And to root for Watson because you don't like Shedeur's what? Ego? At least he wasn't getting handies from a freaking massage therapist. I told you guys we covered that Watson thing. Do you understand the New York Times associated Watson with 100 massage therapists? 100. And around 60 to 70 they could put a name to. Yeah, there's something seriously sinister there. I'm never backing off of that crap. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.